Canada. Assisted dying legislation is on its way now through the Senate, and certainly looks like it'll get through the Senate and become law of the land. You know what, if you have that, I think it's also time to bring back the death penalty. You know, if a physically sick person wants to end his life or her life, it's okay with a liberal, but if a serial killer wants to end his life, and some of them do ask for that, versus spending the rest of their life in prison, that should be okay as well. I mean, mental suicide, physical suicide, we should have capital punishment anyway. It should be the choice of the citizenry versus the choice of the government. They took away your choice, and that's what's wrong with liberalism more than any other point that I can bring up. It's that choice thing. You know, you've removed my choice. And in terms of capital punishment, I should have the choice as a member of the jury, call it, to decide if a Paul Bernardo or a Clifford Olson or someone like that gets to meet his maker a little bit sooner than, you know, the Liberals would like that to happen, right? And I think that's kind of an important thing. London, Ontario, they have a population there in the neighborhood of about 375,000 people. 85% of those people are of European descent, which of course would mean they're white, and there's some of that still going around, don't you know, because you'd think not when you look at the police department, for example. For the last few years, the police department in London has decided in their wisdom that they need to speak to people who don't speak English. And by the way, I should go back to that 85%, they're English-speaking people as well as being white Europeans. And so they have a bunch of different languages on their police car that are, I guess says police. They have Arabic, they have Vietnamese, Chinese, Persian, Polish, French, and now they're looking at bringing Spanish in as well. So it's like a billboard driving around. I mean, I'm not sure that I would even want help from them because I wouldn't understand who they are. I guess they still have the little light that goes around, and pretty soon that might be a different color. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, I'm only in favor of one language anyway, which would be English. That's another topic for another day. But in Canada, there is an official language act or law, which means that there are two languages in the country, French and English. And here's people that have taken it upon themselves, these are lawmakers as well, to introduce several languages on their police cars. So firstly, is it legal? I would suggest it isn't legal. I mean, secondly, what's going on? I don't have a problem with people speaking Spanish at home and Arabic. Who cares? Speak it on the street. Do whatever you like. And marry a bale of hay as well. But should it be on the police cars? I don't think so. Should it be on store signs? I don't think so. I mean, kind of like when in Rome, you got to kind of do what the Romans do. You came to Canada. What? But here's the flip to that, or the real rub. It's not the people that are asking for it. It's the white liberal politicians who are saying, we're God, we're in charge, we can do this, and they're doing this. These people, I've talked to some of them. They don't want this. They say, I came to Canada. Do I need to see my language written on a police car? I speak English, leave me alone. But you got these people who say, we're here to look after you. You're too dumb to look after yourself. We're going to protect you from yourself. Liberalism. I don't like it very much. And Mississauga, Ontario, we had a letter from a concerned parent. We get a lot of these, and it's kind of cool. And from Canada and the US, and we get hundreds of emails, and we can't always respond to them because there are so many, but this particular one kind of resonated with me a little bit. It's about the school system in Canada, and years ago they said, again, they being the Liberals, that you all can't be Christians. You can't do that. You can't pray and you can't do this and blah, blah, blah. So just come here for school. So everybody kind of got over that, and it went on for a while. But what's happened now is in so many schools, the school systems, you have a two-tiered system. You now have Muslim children who get to pray as many times a day as they wish, and Christians and Jews and other people are not allowed to pray. And so what happened here? You know, is this nice? I don't think so. I mean, immigration, settlers, who are we? What are we? I thought the kids are going there to go to school and get an education and learn stuff. And now you have people, and this particular person addressed the letter as concerned parent, Dear Right Edition, concerned parent. Muslim and Islamic students are receiving special treatment. And that's what liberalism is about. They select little groups and they do give them special treatment. We should all be treated the same. I mean, we should be on the same field. And what we do with our talents and everything, of course, that's another thing and another story, because that's free enterprise. But in terms of this, you have to be in the same room, in the same field. And we're not. And it's just wrong. And let me end with a very short story. In Pakistan recently, the government there is looking at a law that says this: a husband can lightly beat I don't know what that means, lightly beat their wives as a form of discipline. This ain't a joke. I mean, this is another country that is coming to our country, and our people seem to say that's okay. They haven't got to this one yet, but they might. Could be coming to a country near you. So I just wanted to share with you that proposal in Pakistan bans forceful beating, saying only a small stick is necessary to beat her, and you can beat your wife up if she interacts with strangers, speaks too loudly, or gives others cash without her husband's permission, and she should not be permitted to receive non-relatives or foreign officials, and she is not allowed to use birth control pills, right? And she gets beat with a small stick. And I suppose someday some judge somewhere will have to make that determination. Is that a small stick or a big stick? We're getting kind of bizarre here, aren't we? I mean, I got a headache. Y'all come back tomorrow. See ya.